Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're finding the new footage good or good enough. I think the sound is worse and the picture's better, but it's not terrible. I'll just speak up a little bit. What have I got to do today? Let's start with the radiator has turned up for the BMW. It turned up late Saturday night, so yesterday night. I believe that's 8 days for delivery. I'm quite disappointed in this company. They said that they were waiting for specialist packaging, and it looks like that. So I think that's absolutely ridiculous. And they didn't actually post it out for, I think, 4 days. So I am disappointed with them. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I was considering negative feedback, but they've been polite enough on their replies. But I just think they were slack on this occasion, and I paid for that. So anyway, new radiator needs to go on. I've got some fresh new concentrated coolant. I don't expect any more leaks, especially from the pump area. I'll be so annoyed if it does. But this bike should be good and ready to go. Someone said to me on a comment when I last did this bike that it doesn't look anywhere near ready for a journey. You're wrong, actually. If you think about what's happened to this bike, it's had a full service. The cooling system should be completely kind of functioning now. It's had a new radiator switch which works. It's had a coolant flush. It will have another coolant flush now. It's had a new radiator, and the electrics have been fully gone over and cleaned and adjusted, and so on and so on. So actually, it's got a brand new battery as well. So yeah, completely the opposite. It's actually very ready to be on the road. It just needs these last few bits kind of polishing up. The CAF I'd like to get back together today. Ideally I'd get it up and advertised. The paint looks okay. The paint will nowhere near be actual fuel ready. I won't be tipping fuel back in until I've got a fewer, basically, someone here ready to fuel it, because it's 48 hours before it kind of has some sort of petrol resistance, but it's actually, I'd say it was more 2 weeks until it was fully safe to get fuel near. I will check I might put a coat on the front, my god, although it looks similar to the rest of the bike, so I'm not going to bother. Let me show you the metal sheet I bought in the end. I bought this metal sheet here. It's plain, it's from Wix. It's quite thin. I've got something to cut it with. I'm going to somehow work out how to put that there, and then try and make it look okay-ish somehow. Yes, so actually I have a hell of a lot to do today, but it's early enough. It's like 11 or something, and I'm going to get on with it. Main thing is that this BMW is ready, it's up, it's tested, it's cleaned, it's polished, and can be advertised again. It needs to not be overheating, it needs to not be spilling out any extra coolant. Okay, so I believe the radiator is in properly and all nipped up and all connected. Now you'd be absolutely nuts not to fill this up and run it, because that fan might not even work. It was a bit stiff at first, but it seems okay. Honestly, you have to actually run this up to temperature, make sure the fan kicks in, and check for spillages. I'm not going to film the whole 5 minutes, there's no point, but I will obviously show you any problems I find. There shouldn't actually be any this time, guys. This should be it. I'm going to mix the coolant properly, 50-50, so that if it is okay, it's just okay, and that's it. If that's the case, I get it up to temperature and it's all okay. It will be a quick wipe down, and new pictures, because this casing's a different colour now, and get it back up online for sale at around £12.50. Any offers around £900, you're just going to be ignored. This bike's had all of the work done to it that needs doing. Anything other than that, this should be fine on the road for a few years now, as long as you obviously give it a yearly service. But let's not jump ahead, let's top it all up and see if it holds the water and if it cools. From overflow, as in from it being just having coolant over the top. Let's check the tent and the fan. Can't see any more drip, so at the moment that's a good sign. It's not up to temp yet, we're waiting for the fan to kick in. I may have been too quick. I think we're okay with the radiator. I think that was spill from when it was taken off. Let's keep an eye on this fan. Now this fan should kick in any time. We've changed the switch. The wiring's connected up. The gauge, the fan should kick in up around the double dots. Oh, hang on. It kicked in earlier. Wow, this is great news, guys. At the moment, this cooling system is doing exactly what we wanted it to do. No drip here, that's great. And the radiator is fine. I can't see any drip, so that was just left over. Very pleased. I'm going to take this for a quick spin. No, I'm not. I'm going to top up the cooling system now I've run it. Then take it for a quick spin. Then double check the oil, button it all back up, clean it, bit of polish, ready to go. Although the smoke on the older pipes are going to need to burn off quickly because yeah, people won't like that. It will look like they're on fire. Great. Quietly pleased at the moment. Let me throw all some screws back into this and see where we go.
I just want foil. That's what I would do, is play with my foil. I don't want to work.
Go around the world. Do a tour around the world.
Sponsorship.
No, you're in it.
I might make you more money. Model.
Yeah. Yeah, all my watchers are looking for male prostitutes.
I go cheap.
So guys, I had Danny and John turn up today for the last few hours, so I actually kind of just got on with work without noticing I was doing it. But I've done lots of bits and pieces that I didn't need to talk through, but I could have shown you a bit more. I put a bit of tape on the battery so it's less obvious, so that's kind of okay, and it's strapped down, so I'm happy with that being there. I don't like the tank, I don't like the shine, but it's got some petrol resistant and that's important. I'm advertising the bike probably today with and without pictures of the front fairing. It's quite nice like this. It's just quite nice like this. The front fairing, in fact, let me slip on the front fairing for you because I've got it all loose. So, where did I pull it? Right, what I'm going to do is, I'll come back in a minute. I'm going to slip on the front fairing so that you can see both stances. So this is the stance as it sits, and this is kind of the bike, and it looks quite cool. Now I'll be back in a minute with the front fairing on. And there it is with the front fairing. So remember what I said before, that it's just too high. It is just too high. It needs to go lower. And I'd love to do that, but let me show you the stance first before I mess around with it. I mean, it's quite cool. It does what it's meant to do. It stops the wind, doesn't it? But I would definitely want to drop it a bit more. And the reason I can't, I'm going to pop this off because I didn't tighten it, so look, it just slides off. The reason I couldn't is because the brackets that these are on currently are brackets that come up here to the top. They are fixed to the top and to the bottom. Normally the brackets I use are on here and they slide up and down. The reality is I'd want this to sit a bit lower, so it'd be kind of more like that. I can't get that to sit, so and the light would be lower, not stupidly low, just lower, and it would look much better. At the moment where it sits, which is kind of roughly here, like you just saw, it just doesn't do the bike justice. But this is kind of cool. So it's a Honda CB 250 single carb twin cylinder. It's jetted appropriately. It's got a 2-in-1 exhaust system, very expensive battery, £175 lithium battery, mini rear indicators, stuff like that. What else it got? The seat unit and the tank are custom made, and they are fiberglass. The seat is custom made. I don't overly like the seat, but what I need to do is put a bit more Velcro here, look, just to have it follow that shape. That's easy. I've got Velcro, I can do that, no problem. It's not running rich anymore, it's running pretty much perfectly. I checked the spark plugs. It runs very well. I haven't put any more fuel in it today, so I haven't fired it up because I want this lacquer, this petrol resistant lacquer, to harden up a bit more. It's only been 24 hours. I want it to harden up a touch more. I didn't make the side panels in the end because it was too complex for me, and actually they didn't look good. Instead of supporting the shape of this bike, I think they went against the shape of this bike when I put it up there and tested it. So, and Danny was here, and Danny said the same thing I was thinking, which is actually these bikes are meant to be fairly bare, and they're meant to be kind of, you're meant to be able to see through like this, which is exactly true. Yeah, so that's it. I'm going to put this bike up today. I'm going to put it up for around 1500. I'll be in reality looking for around 1250, and I probably won't take a penny less because I'm very happy to use that bike for the summer. BMW is absolutely good to go. It's fine and fixed. I've had it up and running today. I've run it around. Oil's good. Water's fine. No leaking. No overheating. And I don't know if I showed you some, like the engine casings. I did this engine casing black there, just matte black to kind of tie it all in. I did this panel here matte black as well, so that left and right looks fine. The chain's been cleaned and greased, and everything's put back on and it was shined. So I apologise, I didn't do much filming today. I got sidetracked. However, the BMW and the CAF Racer are technically ready to go. Let me show you one more thing while we're here. One moment. So I bought this this racing strip that I was going to use. I was going to put it down here, and I kind of still like it. I kind of still do. John and Danny didn't like it, so it's that silver with these two lines on the outside. They both didn't like it really, and I'm in two minds. I'd quite like. I'm still tempted to do so. So I'd do that one there, and then I've got a second one that I would do, kind of following the same line here, and potentially just a little sliver here. So there is that silver element to the bike. So yeah, I mean, you've got to try and imagine it. I really don't know. You know what I'm like with this stuff. I stick it on and then I don't like it. I'd probably need to do a bit there and all by my finger. So there, a bit there. On the front, I've got enough to do that. and then following the same line, which would be roughly here on the back, just there to there, and then a tiny bit there. I'm tempted. You know, I can always take it off, can't I? And I might try and get a silver Honda sticker for there. Oh, shall I stick this on? Shall I stick it on, guys, and see if we can see what it looks like? I might have a play. Give me a moment, I'll come back. So I put the first piece of racing stripe on. I quite like it. I like it. It's a bit low tacky down here, but the truth is, someone else might not like it. So that's fine. But I kind of like the way it sweeps. I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to do here, but I am going to. Where would it come? It will come kind of over here. I should really just stop it here, shouldn't I? I might just stop it here and maybe do a tiny bit here just for that flow, and then the same, I guess, here if I've got enough left on the mudguard. What I'm neglecting is the front panel, but I don't think this is going to be a bike that's using that front panel, if I'm being honest. To get it to work, I'd need to buy some new brackets here for the light, which I could do. It's not a huge issue. What I should do is get some new mini indicators, new brackets to hold the light, clip-ons for the bars, so that I can lower the front a bit as well for the stance. Problem with that front fairing, guys, is it's so mint that it doesn't match. It just looks so new and flat and smooth and shiny. It just doesn't match the bike. I think this has to be the bike. Now there's certain things that annoy me on this, like that is not going to polish up. It might be that I pop them off. I don't know if you can take them apart and clean them. I should spray them black, really. Oh, I've got some black carbon wrap, haven't I? I could maybe just put a touch there and there to neaten it up. Right, let me continue this striping. I'm getting carried away. So John and Danny said not to do it, and I wasn't going to do it, but then I thought I have some anyway, and it can always be peeled off. So I'm going to carry on. Let me do this bit here, and the front, I'll see how good I can get it. So these are currently low tack stickers. I did not prep the surfaces. I did this on purpose because I'm not sure about them, so I didn't want them stuck full time. Because of the angle of the bike, they look like they're curving around, which is a bit annoying. Ideally this one would come across a little bit. I could probably still manage that. I'll have a look at it, but I kind of quite like it. Didn't get quite have enough to do the back there, but the majority's done. I think it probably looks much better on camera than it does in reality. It's not bad at all, but they wouldn't last long, these, because you'd have to scuff the surface and clean it first. I mean, these were like £8 on eBay, so if anyone wanted this look, you'd need 3, and you could do the works, do a tiny bit there, or take the light off and do it however properly. But let's see. What I have to do actually is get some pictures, don't I, like this with the stripes. There you go. Yep, sorry, I was silent there because I was taking pictures. Let me see if I can get this one. It needs to come around a little bit. I don't want to mess with it too much, although I'm not that fussed because it's low tack. I'm just going to see if I can put it all around a touch to the right. And although it's sitting flat, so it is straight. It's just because of that edge. That edge leans to the right, so it gives it that sweeping effect. Yeah. Alright, I like it. I like the stripes. I'd keep the stripes. If I could get them in burgundy, the same colour as the seat. Oh, I don't know actually. What I need now is silver Honda here. Silver Honda, maybe either the word Honda or the kind of, what is it? Is it an eagle or bird or something? Yeah. But that's it, guys. That's the second bike. That's actually up and ready. They can have the front fairing. Whoever picks this up, they'll have the spare number plate, which will have the light for next MOT, and it will be the right size for next MOT. This is one under. You never ever get pulled over for the one size under. I've never had an issue. All my bikes go one size under, including for MOTs. They pass MOTs as well, because the actual lettering is the right size, and that's the most important thing. However, if you've got that one nasty officer, you just never know. So I always have to spare as well, and especially for the next MOT, like I said. I'm very happy with this bike. I like it. I'm going to see if I've got a little bit of carbon fibre just to wrap this in. I don't know how these come out. I think they probably come up. I wonder if the glass drops out. I'd be better off matting that black, wouldn't I? Let me have a little look. Let me see if I can pop them off. So I popped the clock out. It doesn't split enough for me to be able to spray that top piece. So I think I'll use some of this wrap just to go kind of from here and around most of the way, or all of the way back to there. Now I'm not great with wrap, but as long as I cut it straight along these back lines, I should be able to get it good enough just to neaten it up, because that's what people's going to see right now, and that's not great. So it can have an edge on both sides. That's not an issue if it has a little one there and a little one there. What I'm not sure is if I can actually make this sit right and curve. I just don't know if I've got the skill. I'm rubbish with wrap. But let me give it a quick shot. Too hard to do that shape because it curls in this way and it curls around that way. For me, it's impossible. For someone who's good at this stuff, they might be able to do it with heat, but it's not. I can't do it. What are my other options? None really. I mean, really, it should just have a bit of black paint on it, but I don't think these two screws will be what hold it together. I'd be shocked if it does. It feels like one big unit. It don't feel like it separates at all. I think we're just gonna have to live with it. I'll polish it a bit now while it's off, and then we'll have to live with it. So that's it for today, guys. Let me know what you think I should do next for this bike. So in my mind, I've ordered 2 red rounded stickers here and they say Honda. I'm going to show you them on eBay, what I've ordered. I've got some black or dark exhaust wrap. Do you think I should wrap this exhaust in that dark exhaust wrap? Probably should, up until here really, shouldn't I? That would look nice. Shall I keep the stripe? Shall I take the stripe off? The red round Honda stickers might just do enough. I did take some foam out of the seat to make it fit better. I now need to put a bit of Velcro just there and on the other side just to make it sit like that. Should I get black smoked indicators for the front? I almost definitely should. It'd be silly not to. Should I get a new bracket to hold the light so that I can slide the light down? Should I be looking at putting on the front fairing? I don't think so anymore. Should I paint these black? Should I put some fork gaiters on? That's what I've been thinking. Should I put some gaiters on? If I could get burgundy ones, yeah, burgundy. No, I don't want too red, but if I can get burgundy, same colour as the seat and the grips, that could work. Otherwise, just black, eh? Just kind of black it all out. Let me measure them while we're here. I saw a tape. So at this stage I'm not shrinking the shocks anymore. So we are, what are we? 10, so 19 centimeters, so roughly 20 centimeters because they compress, don't they? So I want roughly 20 centimeter black, or burgundy, what do you call them? Gaiters. Wrap the exhaust. I mean, should I get burgundy exhaust wrap or red exhaust wrap? You can get that. I don't think red would work. Burgundy would. What else should I do to this bike, guy? I love this bike. I'm going to advertise this for 1200 because I'm very, very happy to keep this for a little while. I'd love to use this bike for the summer. If I get 1250 to 15 though, I will let it go. What should I do for mirrors? I don't use mirrors on my bikes. So what should I do for mirrors? We've got this here that will hold a mirror. We've got this one down here that will hold a mirror. Probably both different sizes. Yes, that's a extender, isn't it? And there'll be different levels. You can get bar end mirrors, but we'd have to cut these bars. I don't particularly want mirrors. I like it without. Yeah, I'd like your advice. Let me know what you think I should do. Look at the it's not bolted yet, but I coated the chain guard there. It looks really nice. It came out really nice. Chain and sprocket are brand new. What's this? I think this is petrol spill. I need to give this a bit of a wipe, but once you've petrol spilled it, it's not like it will easily go back to normal. I remember the bike's a bit smoky, but it had too much oil in it. I'm going to be checking the oil again, and I'm not putting fuel in this for another couple of days unless someone comes to fuel it, because I don't want to spill any on this lacquer. It says on the can itself, don't spill fuel for 48 hours. In reality, it's normally like 2 weeks to properly get that sorted. But it's just an honest, gentle little calf racer. I think for between 1250. I think if someone came and paid 1250 for this, I would let it go. And I think you've got such a great bike. I think you're getting an amazing deal. It runs and rides beautifully. Everything works on it as it sits. But me being me, I'm just going to keep doing bits and pieces. Black wrap there I've already got. If I can find burgundy. Oh, that might be too much. I think black. I should just do that. I should just do that now, shouldn't I? This is what I do, guys. And then I end up here at the garage. No, I'm going to do that tomorrow after work. Give me something to look forward to. Unless you can get like a really dark black. That'd be cool. And the smoked black front indicators. I should do that. It'd be really silly not to. Just have them a bit neater, wouldn't it? They'd just stick out here, wouldn't they? Yeah. And the gaiters. Okay, that tells me what I need to order. Also, look, I mean, I kind of think it's a false economy at the moment not to just paint them black. Why is that so rough? I'm going to try and clean it. But yeah, if I can paint them black. So you'd have the gaiters covering all this, making this neater, and then paint them black. The bike would look nice. Alright, that gives me kind of things to think about. I love it. Absolutely love it.